Hi there everyone, Josiah here with Womprat Creations with another show and tell. Now, this week, obviously, I'm pulling out my Boba Fett helmet. This is a life-size Return of the Jedi Boba Fett helmet. Now, I've already talked to you guys a ton about the fact that Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett and Return of the Jedi Boba Fett are totally different. If you looked at them side by side, you might even think that they're different characters because their costume, their weapons, everything about them changed between the two movies, and that's fine. I'm not mad at it. But this one is specifically from Return of the Jedi. Now, this started out as a raw casting that I got from someone. I'm sorry to whoever it is that I bought this from, but I don't recall your name. But this started out as a resin casting, and then I went through and painted it layer by layer. And you can see that this is a incredibly complex and involved paint up with different colors and different layers of damage and scratches and dents. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this paint job, which made it a ton of fun, but it took me a long time. It took me probably a couple months to get this done. And the reason being is because I wanted to be, with the color choice, I wanted to be as accurate as possible. With the damage, I could have been more exact, but the colors are all as close as I could get them. A lot of them are vintage paints that aren't produced anymore, so I had to go onto eBay and search for them and pay more than I would like to admit for some of these paints, but that's okay because I know that they're the correct paints. Specifically the red, let's see what else, on the back here, this darker greenish blue color on this bottom section here is a mixture of two paints that are no longer produced. Yeah, I mean, but it was worth it to get the look that I was wanting. Now, obviously, this is a pretty dusty helmet now. It sits on a shelf over there, and you know, it's getting a little dusty. But like a lot of my Star Wars props, I like that. I like when they get dusty. The rougher that you handle these Star Wars props, the better they look because it's a used universe, and the more beat up they get, the more in universe they look. Now, you will notice that my rangefinder here is bent. This is a sad result of moving. When I was moving, this was delicately put into a case, and while moving, I moved cross country. So this moved inside the container while we were moving and pushed up against something, and that bent the rangefinder. Now, I've tried to apply some heat to this because this is a resin piece. I've tried to apply some heat to this and bend it back, but that's not going to work. So I am going to need to replace this at some point, and it won't take me long to do. It's not even expensive to do. It's just another thing to do. So I will get to that point soon, maybe. I'll get to it at some point. I will replace the rangefinder because Boba Fett deserves to have the straight rangefinder that he should, but alas, I haven't gotten to it yet. But that's okay. But this was just so much fun to paint. I ended up putting some on the inside, some pads in here so that it's not too uncomfortable to wear, and this thing is just fun. This is what I really... There are certain things when you think back on your favorite movies or TV shows that you've always thought would be so cool to be able to hold in your hands or use, and you might have thought that you would never have the chance to do that. And this helmet was always one of those things for me. I always thought that Boba Fett was the coolest looking person in the original trilogy, and I always thought it would be so cool to have a helmet like Boba Fett's, and now I do. And I gotta say, I really love this. So thank you so much for tuning in for another show and tell. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Hey there, superstar. You just watched that whole video. I don't know how you did it. I can't listen to me for that long. You deserve something awesome in return for listening to me talk for that long. You can head over to wompratcreations.com and pick yourself up some awesome Womprat merch, just like this Tatooine travel shirt that I'm wearing right now. Looks pretty nice, right? Thanks, guys.
517 to scanner control. 517 to scanner control. 316, report to control. 53 to upper bay door. 53 to upper bay door.